YouTube is to release a video every day. And today, the topic is how often do you check in with yourself? So today's basically a little filler episode as in comparison to the other one where there's a lot of topics. A lot of the topics I've been doing on daily where I give you guys advice, bust myths have been on like TikTok recently, and I'm just basically utilizing my knowledge to be able to help you guys as much as possible. But I thought today I'll come on here, do a live stream, and I just thought of this topic like a second ago. So it wasn't, when I say second, like not literally, but it wasn't a topic that I planned to talk about. And I want to keep these episodes super raw. So it's me just speaking from my heart. And this was a topic that came on board where I was just thinking and I was like, how often do you check in with yourself? What's going on, Brad? How are you? So yeah, just a very short video and a short live stream, but I wanted to talk about how often we check in with ourselves because life gets busy and life gets continuous and you forget all the important things like looking after you. You forget to fill your cup as well. What's up, Brad? How you doing? I appreciate you, my man. Yeah, we forget to check in with what really matters and some of the most important things, which is us, ourselves. Because if we, for instance, can't function effectively, how can we help other people? So it's just a random topic, but what I basically wanted to talk about was slowing down. So today one guy I knew, I was probably more acquaintances than friends with him, passed away. So may his soul rest in peace. And I saw that it was a big shock because no one expected that. And the same thought came to mind where it's like life is too short. And I think this is one of the things where a lot of people get this life is too short perspective, but then it lasts for like, a couple of days once something bad happens. But life is short, but also how often do we check in with ourselves and how often do we do the things that we really want to do? And I think that's super important for us to be able to harness that growth in ourselves and also just be like, okay, this is what I want to do. So why am I so stressed out? Why am I not taking advantage of it? Because it's perspective, right? In the situation of life is too short, sometimes you will do the things that you want to do. However, on another day, you would literally sacrifice your health, you sacrifice your well-being instead, just because in another day and you think that's a higher priority when you need to start putting yourself first. So what I'm trying to say is we need to be looking at the perspective of, if today was your last day, what would you be doing today? Do you know what I mean? We need to stop thinking always about the future as well. What's going on, Graph? Shout out to Graph. We need to stop always thinking about the future and think about the present. And I think that's super, super important. I know from my personal experience, I've been the kind of person that's always thought of the future, always thinking of plan B, and not focused on, the present. And this is why it's important for me to be able to share this with you, because from that life is too short experience when someone passes away or there's something bad that happens, and then you start to realize how lucky you are to have the life that you had. Okay, I'll give you an example. For all the guys in this chat, you guys have probably had man flu before, and how bad is the flu, like how bad is the man flu. However, you start to think about when you were good, how much better you felt as well too. Guys, when you come into this chat, say hi as well too. I want to shout out everyone that's also in. And for those of you that just joined, I'm just talking about checking in with yourself and how important it is. And Brad just says stressing about things we can't control is too important to let go of what we can't control. I honestly, and that's a very great point. Someone actually said something the other day which I realized is like, if you go through something bad, if you stress about going through something bad or in the future, you basically go through it twice. And that's a very, very, very powerful one. Wait, what do you mean? Sorry, Jeremy Scott, I don't get you. But yeah, it's very, very important to check in with yourself, and that's what I'm trying to. And also stress less. Try to stress less. It's very easy to say don't stress at all, but what I can give to you and what I can bring to you guys is perspective, right? You know, a lot of the times, and I'm not saying anyone isn't going through, but like a lot of crazy stuff at the moment. We probably all are. But also it's good to look at perspective and be like, what are the things that we can control, and how can we be better for ourselves? How can we do better for ourselves? Now, one thing I always come back to is, you know, where I'm at right now. What would my younger self say? You know, like how much have I learned along my journey, like of growing up? And if my younger self was looking at me right now, would my younger self be proud of where I'm at, or would they be disappointed? I think that's super, super important as well too, as well. Mina, do you still run your Discord? No, I haven't honestly been on that my Discord channel. I think someone helped me set it up on YouTube live streams when I was doing lots of YouTube live streams, and I gotta try and come in more on live streams and do it more often. I've been very, very slack with that, but that's part of this daily release I'm doing. I am going to be also doing live streams as well in between them, and I think it's super, super important. And maybe hopefully you can help me set up my Discord channel again, and you know, we can talk about these things and again help each other out. And guys, I also want your inputs with things as well. It's not just about me. I love to hear people's experiences, and I love to see how people are progressing with life. And what do you do to check in with yourself? Like, what's the important thing? Oh, I really appreciate that, Mina. That would actually be awesome. We'll have to chat, and you can help me set up my Discord and get that running again, because I'm still, as much as I like to think I'm decent with technology, I feel like nowadays the kids these days are on another level with technology. I'm still learning every day. Yo, shout out Graph. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. Graph has always been a great supporter of my channel. I really, really appreciate you, fam. I appreciate every single thing. And again, I want to try my best to become no more live streams and bring as much value as I can, be it fitness, be it life experiences. I'm not saying that I am the king or I know best, but what I'm saying is, like, if my experience can help at least one person, then that for me is a win. That's a win. Where's everyone from in the chat? Where you guys all from in the chat as well? And also, like, if anyone has, how do you guys check in with yourself? Because I'm very curious. Because, like, I know I check in with myself by just stripping everything that I'm doing away. So let's say I have a lot of work or whatever, I strip it away. I do a bit of breath work as well. I found Wim Hof has been amazing for breath work. It's helped bring my cortisol levels down. It's helped me be in control of my thoughts, and I think that's super important, because we live in a world that's so distracted, even by social media. Even like me coming on here could probably be distracting something important to you, so I apologize if that does. So how do you guys even check in with yourself? I'll be looking for whenever you go live so I can help you set it up. Okay, the next time I come on live stream, you can help me set it up, Mina. I appreciate that. Hey, Tazi. Woo! Journaling is great. Do you know what? I haven't actually tried journaling, Mina, but I need to actually try that, because everyone talks about journaling and how great that is. I feel like I journal through videos with you guys though, so that's probably my journaling. Smacking in the mirror with eye contact. You know what? My soap, you very, very, very humorous, and I can't take you seriously, but I love the vibes. You know what? You can't take life too seriously. So, hey, if you love yourself that much that you can make eye contact while you smack in the mirror, go for it. Shit. Oh man, you actually made my night. I appreciate that. That's funny. But yeah, like, even just things that distract you, like what my soap said. Obviously, we're not saying go do that, but things that distract you from the negativity of life. And one thing, actually, one of my bosses from one of my sponsors told me once. I think one of our first calls we actually had, he was like, do you practice, like, you're very big on gratitude, but you practice affirmations? And for those of you that don't know what affirmations is, it's just like positive things about yourself that you say that you hope would come true. But the way he explained affirmations is not that cliche type that everyone thinks of it. The way he explained it was, when you jump on social media, right, a lot of people use negativity to sell, to clickbait or whatever. So if you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is go on social media, which I really, really, really advise not to, is you're already programmed into this negative aspect. And that might not be something that is in the frontal side where you're thinking of that, but that could be in your subconscious. Subconsciously basically means that you might not be thinking about it, but it's in the back of your head, and that actually comes into play and affects your day. So you need to figure out things that great about yourself, positive things, positive goals that start your day, so then your day starts off well. Because if your day starts off in a negative impact, the next person you see, you could be actually negative towards them, or it might make you feel in a negative way, which could affect the way you live as well too. So North Borneo, interesting. So yeah, it's very, very important to practice affirmations in that way, in a positive way, and try to be in control of your mind. And that's what this live stream is mainly about. It's more about being in control, because I feel like we're in a world that we can be controlled by social media. We can be controlled by what we ingest. When I say ingest, it's not just food that you taking in information, taking in things you're listening to. We've also got very, very low attention spans, but we also, the content that we actually digesting daily is programmed to try to get us addicted in different ways. So that's why I actually wanted to do more raw kind of videos and more raw vibes, because I feel like everything is so saturated with things have to be done this way and so perfected, Oh, my boy, getting it done. Let's go. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. For those of you that your training is lacking, I'm just going to quickly drift onto this. Make sure you train. Make sure you get the training. And I love to hear everyone is training and just generally living a healthy life as well too. Movement is key, and movement is health as well. So please do not neglect your training as well too. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Do you know what it is as well too? I feel like the world is also moved in a direction where people are not even trying to be robotic, but they're naturally just becoming robotic because people are chasing like fame. People are chasing like they're chasing like a lot of materialistic things. Okay, I mean, I've been on so many different ends of the stick, where I've been on the highs and the lows as well. So I've been on TV, I've done all that kind of stuff. So that doesn't bother me as much. And I find like I've got a lot to share from a genuine perspective of things, and I've got a lot to share with things that impact me, that I feel like can be helpful to other people. So that's why I thought social media used to be different. Like, I was like, let's make social media again, where you can just come on here and chat with people. Do you know what I mean? Like have conversations, real conversations, where you're not having to memorize or pretend or be in a, like, nothing has to be set in stone. I like, even this, for instance, I had a topic in mind, which came literally like a minute before I started recording. I had nothing planned for today, but even just hearing your opinions has helped me shape what I'm actually saying here, and just having a chat really as well. It used to be so much more raw and personable. You're right, 100%. I think I get why it's changed, because social media is now a business for a lot of people, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. People gotta pay bills, people gotta make ate and stuff like that. But then where's the fun in it? Don't take away the fun part of social media. That was the best part, when you come online, you do live streams, you chat to people like I am right now with you guys, and you're just having fun, and you just people making jokes. You're just living, you're literally living, and you're being social. So I think that's a big part where social media took a bit of a turn. But I think that's also another thing, another reason why I'm going to be doing more live streams, because I feel like with live streams I can connect more with people and talk to people more in real time, and it doesn't feel planned. Like even when I do my other videos, like where it's a full like upload, I still have to plan the topic that I'm doing, because I want it to still be delivered in a way that people can ingest it. But right now my stuff is still everywhere, trust me, on these, like on my long form content, because I'm just trying to practice to be better, just spitball like on the go. So yeah. Well, you are actually right. I was talking to someone about this the other day, about short form content, because it's literally, when you talk about habits are formed from continuous, and TikTok did that. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've got a big following on TikTok, but TikTok kind of ruined social media a little bit, because TikTok like was the biggest catalyst for short form content, and that blew it up, and everyone started doing, with TikTok on the rise, like all the other platforms copied it, because TikTok was the fastest growing platform, and that literally ruined it for everyone. It ruined the attention spans. No one wanted to watch long form content anymore, because you have this short, interesting, digestible content that was quick, but then you stopped connecting with the people that you were watching, because there's so many different creators that you literally see for 2-3 seconds, and onto the next creator, and onto the next creator. And for me, I don't think like that's how social media should be. I'm very like, it's kind of ruined the old social media, and like what it used to be like, and what, like, how much fun it was as well too. I want to ask, while we're in here in this chat as well too, how many of you guys are deep into fitness? How many of you guys are into gaming as well too? Because I wanna kind of shape the channel in a different way, because I do a lot of things. I'm into fitness, I'm into lifestyle, training, fun stuff, but I want to get onto my game. When I was on here, when I used to do a lot of live streams back in the day, I think you guys used to get me into like games, and it was cool, because then I'll actually download some mobile games, and I used to get into it as well too, and jump in and verse you guys and stuff. And I like that. I like that. That's fun. So I think gaming and fitness. But one thing I'll say as well too is, even as we do gaming, I want to always preach for health and fitness, and help improve your health regardless. As we even game, I want you guys to be in the best possible health as possible. So fitness will never change for sure, but yeah, definitely would love to add gaming to it again as well. Guys, I am going to be jumping off. I just want to say a big thank you, but before I jump off, if you guys have any questions, if you guys have any recommendations for me, please let me know. I really appreciate you guys. Please like this video as well, so it can get pushed on the algo a little bit in my live streams as well. I need to start doing this more often. It's so funny, because when I traveled in China, my live streams were up like crazy. Like I think I had like 1,000 people on at the time, and some of the videos had over 100,000 views. But I have to be more consistent like anything, and I want to just come in and have fun with you guys, have chats with you guys as well too, and hopefully bring some value at the same time too. And value can come in so many different ways. It can be in the form of education, it can be just in the form of laughs and just hanging out. So hopefully I'm bringing something to the table for you guys. I'll definitely say live stream more on YouTube. That's my only advice. Thank you. I'm definitely going to take that on board, and I will be back on soon. Thank you so much, Mina. Thank you, Graph. Shout out to Graph for your donation. I really, really appreciate it. Shout out to Brad. I appreciate you guys for coming on, and I appreciate your time. Your boy is out. And if you come on here later on, join the party, subscribe, so you catch me on my next live stream as well too. I want to have fun getting to know you guys at the same time too. And yeah, let's actually jump on some games. gonna bring my gaming career back, and I'm ready to own everyone in some games. I've got I talk a lot of smack. Even I think when I play League of Legends with some of you guys in the games, I'm just a smack talker when it comes to games. So my personality on the game is so different as opposed to in live stream. So yes, and we will be setting up my Discord, because then I can actually hear you guys as well too. That would be awesome. Appreciate you guys, fam. Take care. Much love and respect. Peace.